There are lots of cheap Chinese laptops, and some are good and some are horrible, but it's very hard to differentiate which one is good and which one is not without any prior experience. So I'm here to give you the top 5 Core M budget laptops, and hopefully one works for you. Starting at number 5, we have the Cube Thinker. This is the most expensive laptop out of the list, starting at almost $700, but it also has the most beautiful display. Let's go through the specs quickly. It has an Intel Core M3 7Y30 processor, a 13.5-inch 3000 by 2000 pixel sense display with N-Trig digitizer, 8 gigs of RAM, 256GB SSD, Windows 10 Home English Edition, 10,500 mAh battery, a fingerprint sensor, and it's also fairly big and fairly heavy as well. It's definitely well built though, and the bezels around the screen though are not small, they're fairly big. However, when you turn the laptop on, the screen is absolutely stunning. It's the same screen used in Microsoft Surface, and it also has a digitizer for those who want to draw on this laptop. In terms of specs, it's got the Core M3 7Y30 processor combined with the 8 gigs of RAM and 256GB SSD, which makes for a very powerful laptop. However, you cannot play games at that high resolution, you have to bump it down. Again, great specs, but also the most expensive, and it's only worth it on sale. Links down below and full description up above. Number 4, the Teclast F6 Pro, which is actually my daily driver right now. Let's go through the specs quickly. The Teclast F6 Pro has an Intel Kaby Lake Core M7Y30 processor, 13.3-inch 1920 by 1080 IPS display, 8 gigs of RAM, 128GB SSD, Windows 10, and a 9,600 mAh battery as well, and it's actually fairly compact also. It's metal, it's well built, it has a 360-degree hinge, and it also has lots and lots of ports, full-size USB, USB-C, HDMI, SD card slot, great connectivity. The display here is great and the performance is good. I really like this laptop. And with the Core M3 processor and 8 gigs of RAM, performance is great, and you can actually even do 4K video editing on this laptop as well. It's honestly the second best Kaby Lake laptop I've used, and I will talk about the first best here. It doesn't have many weak points, and it's very versatile also. It's $652 not on sale, which also makes it a fairly hard sell when you consider the next laptops down this list, but it's a good device nonetheless. Links down below and full review up above. Number 3, the Jumper EasyBook 3 Plus. Another great laptop with one issue. Jumper EasyBook 3 Plus has the Core M3 7Y30 processor, 14.1-inch 1920 by 1080 matte display, 8 gigs of RAM, 128GB SSD, Windows 10, 9600 mAh battery. The body is made of metal, and there is a little bit of flex, but it's still fine. The laptop looks fairly good, but it's not amazing though. Now the issue is not Wi-Fi, it's just my house router has Wi-Fi problems in general, but it's a screen. It's a matte display, not a glossy display, and I know many people want a glossy IPS display instead of a matte, and vice versa actually. I personally don't care, I still think it's a good matte display, but many people don't like it, and I understand if you don't. Performance is about the same as the other laptops on this list, so nothing to complain about there. Regular price is around $530, and in my opinion, even though it's not as complete as a Teclast F6 Pro, for the price, it's definitely better value. However, definitely wait for sales, as the next laptop on this list is the best value laptop on this entire list. So links down below for this Jumper EasyBook 3 Plus and a full review up above. Number 2, the Xiaomi Air 12. This one also has the Core M7Y30 processor, a 12.5-inch 1920 by 1080p IPS LCD, 4 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of storage, and a 10,000 mAh battery, and it's super duper compact. Again, the Xiaomi Air 12 is the best laptop out of this list. It might lose in certain aspects versus, let's say the Cube Thinker screen, which is super amazing. But when you combine everything together, the Xiaomi Air 12 is the most complete with the least weak spots. It's got great build quality, it's super compact and light. The screen is good, but it's not the best. It's got a backlit, good quality metal keyboard, amazing trackpad, and overall great performance. The only thing lacking might be the 4 gigs of RAM instead of 8 gigabytes, but in regular use, you don't really see the difference. So here the regular price is $600, but it goes on sale very often, and once I saw it on sale for $470, but regular goes on sale for about $500. So links down below and full review up above. Number 1, and yes, the Xiaomi Air 12 is not number 1, and I gotta say that this is kind of cheating on my part, but I think this device is still worthy for the number 1 spot, and that is the Cube Mix Plus. This is an Intel Kaby Lake Core M7Y30 tablet, 10.6 inches, 1920 by 1080p IPS LCD, 4 gigs of RAM, 128GB SSD, 8600 mAh battery. So this is the cheapest Kaby Lake device in the world. I've seen it hit $300 before, and for that price, it's absolutely insane. However, there are a few catches here. First, it's not a true laptop, it's a convertible, a tablet with a keyboard dock, and this screen is not too big either, about 10.8 inches. The screen does look decent and performance is just as good as the other laptops. The other catch is that the keyboard is sold separately for about $50, so you are still paying about $350 in total for the whole package. It's still worth it in my opinion, but it's something you have to be aware of. Finally, last catch, it's also kind of ugly. It looks like a really old tablet with huge bezels. I'm not a fan, but for the price, hey, can you complain about that? Let me know if there is another laptop that you feel should be on this list. I would love to hear from you. Just comment down below. Be sure to hit like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.